some guidance, okay? This can be for any Leo placement at all. Can be your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, nominating house, your Jupiter, your Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Chiron, what have you, any placement, okay? Anyways, and my readings are timeless. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Y'all, I got chain of fools in my head, and it will not leave. I tried. Then I also saw the Rainbow Bridge, like, some of y'all might have had an animal that passed on that is here with me currently. Anyways, could start with an R. I feel like it's more of a dog, but anyways, Rusty, I don't know why. Anyways, moving forward, could have been an animal, family pet as well. But moving forward, so, Chain of Fools, they told me to leave you alone, but my mama said, come on home. My doctor said, take it easy. I think I just butchered the fucking words too, but it was that specific lyric. And so for some of you, it's either you leaving someone alone or someone leaving you alone, and it's pissing the other person off. But that's not the goal here. We're focusing on more than just that connection. But of course, if it comes out, it comes out. Let's go ahead and get a card for Leo right off the bat. Ooh, I feel like a second card too. That came... I'm going to take the one that landed face up. So, here we go. Just look at these cards. Let's get into it. So, for some of you, I said Chain of Fools. Ooh, I love this deck. Okay, so, for some of you, twos are really sticking out here. But I feel like the Spirit is trying to tell you that the answers are within. Some of you, it's like someone has told you to leave them alone, or someone has pushed you away recently. I feel like that'll be more for my masculine Leos, but I feel like that the answers are within, and that is something that Spirit is trying to tell you. I feel like that Spirit is also trying to tell you that gender doesn't matter at this point, that your beliefs are your beliefs. Do not sit here and allow another to switch up your beliefs. Like, some of y'all are being asked to stand strong in your beliefs because it's like some of you might think differently than your family or than your rank for family, but you might... Pardon me while I vape. Anyways, but you might be coming across situations, or you already have, where your beliefs have changed about a certain person. I feel like it's more religious, though, if you look here. And so, some of y'all really want to stick to your beliefs, but you're having a hard time doing it. But what you need to realize is that you are evolving through this process. Now, Leos have this thing where they do like to fit in, they like to stand out, they like to fit in at the same time. Like, they like to, stick out and be that Leo that gets the attention and, receives inspiration and inspires others and whatnot. That is a Leo trait, and that's perfectly normal, y'all. They'll also like to have fun, but I feel like this is more of a serious reading, and it's a call to action for you to stick to your beliefs. I also feel like a Wheel of Fortune energy. You might have an interesting Jupiter placement, but I feel like that what Spirit is trying to tell you is that it's time for you to stay true to your beliefs. So some of you, it's like you have these beliefs, but you aren't necessarily walking the walk and talking the talk, because some of y'all, by walking the walk and talking the talk, it would give you such freedom. Because, when you sit there in life and you really want to experience this, or you really, really want to do this in your life, but you think, well, family, or well, this. I feel like that once y'all realize that as long as you're not hurting anybody, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Like, that's kind of like doing to others as you would have them doing to you, yes. But it's also like, if you're not hurting anyone, then don't sit here and blame yourself. Some of y'all, it's like, especially when it comes to, you might have children or people that are younger than you in your family, and you feel like that you have to be a really good role model, but you feel like that these certain changes or shifts in your life can cause you to not exactly look to be a really good role model, and that's what you're wondering. You might be mixed in with the Capricorn as well. I have Capricorn energy. I'm feeling that, as well as Gemini energy. But I feel like, someone with possibly a Gemini moon, or rising, or sun, or Venus, anyways. But I feel like that when it comes to your personal life, that the cage that you are entrapping yourself in, some of y'all might really like cats, anyways, that you are entrapping yourself in, it's self-entrapment. It's self-entrapment. It's time for you to make a choice. Are you going to, instead of sitting here in this inner tug of war, am I going to stick to my beliefs? For some of you, it could be switching from um, Buddhism. I don't know why Buddhism is sticking out, but Buddhism to Christianity. Christianity is spiritual. Spiritual to Baptist. It's like, I feel like that, and it's not just your religious beliefs or your spiritual beliefs, it's also your your internal moral compass, your moral code. Because some of y'all, it's like you've been wanting to give up on a situation. Take what resonates, leave the rest. This is a general reading. But you want to give up on a situation because you feel like it doesn't align with you anymore, whether it's a dating situation or a work situation, but it doesn't necessarily align with your beliefs anymore. Oh, really? I was not expecting that. Some of y'all might have a job where you are required to get a certain dosage of something in order to continue your job, and you kind of want to fight it off. That is interesting. And we're not going to talk about the dosages because I'm not going to get in trouble here on my channel. Anyways, moving forward, let's go ahead and get more for Leo. You know what it is. Y'all ain't stupid. Anyways. Ooh, I feel like that my camera moved. There we go. More for my Leos. Messages for Leo. Ooh. Y'all, my camera hasn't been giving me shit. Or my phone hasn't been giving me shit until just now. So, y'all, I feel like that it's this strategy. Red Fox. How did I know a fox was going to come out? I feel like that Spirit is trying to tell you that you can maneuver and live the life you want with the beliefs and everything that you feel with what you want. The only thing that is blocking you is you. But it's like for some of you, you feel like that you have to be able to like get out of a cycle. And a cycle is, you know how, okay, so let's say you are the funny person in the group. You are the comedian out of your friends, right? Like, you are known as the funny guy, the funny girl, or you are known as the badass, the aggressive friend, the friend that you go to when shit goes down. You want this Leo by your side, right? Let's say it's that kind of energy, like this role that you've been playing, right? And it's gotten to the point for you to shift out of that role. And I feel like that for some of you, it could be a role that you've been in for like 20 years or something like that is what I'm hearing. But it's this role that you don't have to stick to. You don't have to stick to. It's time for you to switch up roles, Leo. And when you switch up roles, you no longer have to pay the personal toll, right? Let's go ahead and get a little bit more. Conjunction. Excuse me. 51 and 52, right in a row. 53 on the bottom. Wow. Okay. So we have conjunction, alliance, and symbiosis, trine. So I feel like that y'all so fucking... Sorry, my guides are just... they're really just like driving me crazy today. Anyways, so you know in Venom, right? In the movie Venom, where, if you haven't seen it, let's talk about it real quick. So, this symbiotic or whatever energy being, it comes to Earth, and then they latch, it's like a parasite, they latch on to people, and then so on and so forth. I'm not going to go fully into it. But the whole point is that Venom attached to, is it Eddie? Anyways, Venom attached to Eddie. Eddie was like this typical like playboy energy, reporter, all this shit. And then all of a sudden, he had an awakening. Boom. Excuse me. Boom. His life is changing because he has this parasite attached to him. I feel like that for some of y'all, he had, like, for example, he had to switch. I hope this is making sense. He had to switch from being this playboy, like, happy-go-lucky, like, I'm the cheerful guy, get what I want, and I'm very lighthearted, and I'm the jokester, too. I'm a motherfucker who gets justice. And it's that kind of shift. You know what I mean? Like, he's taking himself more seriously, so therefore other people take him more seriously. He is honoring himself and his moves in life because he went through transformation, and because he's honoring himself, other people, it's called a ripple effect. When you change, people around you change. Excuse me. There we go. And I feel like that the Spirit is trying to tell you that when you divide from those that are not aligned with you, you come into union with those that are true with the real you. Do you see what I'm saying? I also feel like the Spirit is trying to tell you that the time to move is now. Like, if you, let's say, I know I'm giving a lot of examples, but I feel like I need to. Let's say you usually go after, let's switch this up to love and not just work. Let's say you usually go after this kind of person. This person is got a steady, you always go after people that have steady jobs, people that are more of a homebody, because you are the wild one. People that are more, this, that, or whatever. You go after the same type of person. And then, unbeknownst to you, you become attracted to an individual who is nothing like what you would usually go for. They are nothing like what you would usually go for. They are also, maybe they don't look exactly like how you would normally, like you wouldn't go for someone that looks that way. I feel like that it's time for you to go after what you want and do it in a way, oh my gosh, really? In the Nine of Swords and the Two of Swords wheel? I'm not, being rude by calling you out by this. My goal is to help people understand themselves better and understand their needs better and how to get to their needs. And for y'all, it's like, you have had all these shifts internally that are trying to come out externally, and you are the only one delaying it. Walk the walk, the talk, Leo. Y'all know this. Y'all know that you can do it. Don't sit here and, don't sit here and say, well, I've always been this person. I've always been, let's say you've always been the super reliable person. You've always been super reliable for everyone. But then you begin to realize that you're not being there for yourself, Leo. Huh? You're not being, I don't know why I'm talking all like that. Maybe it's talk time for my Leos. Had to do one for Pisces too, but let's say you're not being yourself. You're not being yourself. And you know what? Chris Cornell got that shit right. May he rest in peace. Thank you, sir. To be yourself is all what you can do. Don't align with things that are no longer your truth. I added to a song, but it's okay. Anyways, so I feel like that is what's going on. Spirit is calling for you to align with the new you. You are a new you. You aren't the old you. We are meant to be ever growing because we are growing. How does a person grow when they stay in the same revolving door? Stay in the same cycle? You have new beliefs, new wants, and new desires. You are meant to sit there and light new fires. Alright? Right. Oh my gosh, I'm so full of shit. I'm saying I'm so full of shit as in sorry. Sometimes, I just did a really long reading. I just did an hour-long recorded reading. And sometimes I get a little bit goofy. Not that I'm full of shit in a negative way. I'm channeling motherfuckers. Anyways, moving forward. Much love. Let's go ahead and cut this deck. I feel giddy, and I feel goofy, and I know that I'm rhyming a lot, but I'm still channeling, so let's go. Messages for my Leos. Ripple guidance at the end. Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Queen of Cups in reverse with the Moon card. Aquarian, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So I feel like this... Ooh, okay. So for some of y'all, when you have some unresolved shit going on internally to you, and let's say you have a lot of stress, but you don't think that you're that stressed out, but yet you haven't realized that you haven't taken time in the last 2 months to self-reflect, to see how things are going in your life so that you could build upon it, right? So you sit here, and some of y'all, Spirit's trying to tell you the reason why you're feeling triggered with this Queen of Cups in reverse is because of the fact that you need to self-reflect. I feel like, because sometimes the Knight of Swords isn't always like a message that's like a, it's not always someone directly communicating with you in the physical world. Sometimes it's their higher self coming in to say, wake the fuck up. Wake up. It's time for you to release control, to let go a little bit. Music makes you lose control. For some of you, if you were to take 1 to 3 nights a week, and you were to put in your earbuds and just start jamming it out and just start zoning out to the music, right? But I mean like dancing. With your hips, with your knees. Do as you please, right? When you start dancing, it's actually going to release some energy within you, which is going to make it easier for you to self-reflect and easier to have epiphanies. And I feel like that spirit is trying to tell you that. It's time to release. I also feel like that for some of you, I'm hearing, what if I don't necessarily know what I believe in? I feel like this is going to resonate for like one person. If you don't necessarily know what you believe in, I feel like that it's time to take stock. What is right? What is wrong? Technically, it doesn't matter what other people are doing. It's your personal beliefs. Like, I just started watching, I feel like mentioning it. I just started watching The Handmaid's Tale, and, I sat there, and I grew up extremely religious. I went to a Southern Baptist Christian school for, over 10 years of my very young childhood, and I was taught some really fucked up shit. Like, if you have sex before marriage, you automatically go to hell. If you are gay, you automatically go to hell. All love is welcome here, by the way. Thank you. As long as you're not hurting anyone, I don't see any harm done, right? So, but that's my own personal belief. See what I'm saying? And so I follow through with my beliefs. Now, one thing I'll never stand for is pedophilia, but I feel like that's very fucking reasonable. My job is to defend the innocent, protect the innocent. Thank you. But I feel like, do you see what I mean? I know my beliefs. What do I view as wrong? What are my beliefs? And if you have to sit here and, like, let's say you're transitioning from a religious belief to a more spiritual belief or another religious belief, okay? You don't gotta figure it all out right away. You don't have to. You do you. We're human. We're meant to journey, not have instant answers, and pressure ourselves to have instant answers. Okay, give me more. For my Leos. Because some of y'all are literally being triggered because, like, you have been easily, like, disheveled or disrupted or stressed out because of the fact that you have unresolved energy that you need to clear out, okay? I noticed, I sat there and I was doing really well, and all of a sudden, I had a panic attack a couple months ago to the point that I was almost left paralyzed. I, like, called my fucking mom. And I'm telling you, I tell a lot about, like, some things that happen in my personal life so that people can understand examples of what I'm referring to. So I sat there, and I was having this huge panic attack. I had to grab a paper bag. I was hyperventilating, and called my mother, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I felt that I was almost having a heart attack. And then come to find out, through self-reflection, I realized that I still had a lot of stress and stress energy within me that I need to let out through a proper grieving process of someone, excuse me. See what I mean? I thought that I was smooth sailing, doing perfectly good, perfectly fine. And then all of a sudden, bam. It did not hurt so good, it hurt like hell. Moving forward. But do you see what I mean? Like physical reactions, 3 of Cups, Judgment. Stop distracting yourself, Leo. Don't distract yourself. It's like a little bit of energy. This energy is like calling you to self-reflect. 3 of Cups, Judgment, Star card, Aquarius energy, Aries, Scorpionic energy, and Libra. Justice, which is Libra energy. So, I feel like the spirit is also telling you that this process can be fun. When you go through shifts, they don't always have to be by the book. I don't know if I feel like I'm talking to, like, either people that are in the military or military brats. It doesn't always have to be by the book. Healing is not by the book. Everyone heals in different ways. Sometimes it can take days, some things can take years, some things can take a fucking lifetime. But people like me are here on this earth to help you with processing things that you want to heal or that you want to clear out. And I feel like that once you let loose of the reins and you start walking in your truth and walking how you want to walk and walking the talk, you're going to realize that you're going to learn as you go. And as you learn as you go, it's going to bring more peace to your life. Some of you, it's like you have all this internal energy and it's so fucking disruptive. And I feel like the spirit is trying to tell you to don't sit here and stress yourself out about it. Just do it. Think of Nike. Just do it. More. This is a very direct message for Leo. Okay. Hermit in reverse, Two of Cups, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. Some of y'all, it could even be keeping emotions to yourself. This is, keep in mind, I'm reading for whoever watches this at any point in time. I feel like this energy that I have been reading, it could be for, yes, a romantic relationship or personal beliefs. Okay? Personal beliefs. Higher power, so on and so forth, right? So, Virgo and Scorpio energy with Aries and Gemini energy. So, for some of y'all, it's to be open with your emotions towards a certain person. Let's say this has all been about a specific person in your life that you think about, that you feel like that you have a close, I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, that you have a close relationship with, but things have been cut off because of whatever situation. Let's say that this person cut you off because of the fact that you weren't being real with them or real with yourself, and this person could feel it, right? Even if this person couldn't feel it, this person cut you off. I feel like that for y'all, once you're real with yourself and you have self-reflected, because the Hermit is in reverse right now, right? But it was at once in the upright. So, after self-reflection, choosing to come out and be outspoken about how you feel. And if it's not a romantic connection, it is about beliefs, you're going to realize that you're going to create a closer relationship with yourself. A closer relationship with yourself. I'm probably going to title this reading that. A closer relationship with yourself. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some guidance. Guidance for my Leos. Thank y'all for being you. I appreciate all likes, shares, subscribes. Please feel free to ring the bell. I usually don't mention that, but I've noticed that like a lot of people don't realize I posted readings until like weeks later or something like that. I've noticed. It's weird. Anyways, guidance for my Leos. Fun and sovereignty with shapeshifter on the bottom. You can't make this shit up. Some of y'all. So sovereignty is believing in your higher power and standing true to your higher power and standing true to yourself. And sovereignty is also like claiming the divine within. And I feel like that the guidance is to, which is what this whole reading is about, is to claim the truth, the honor, the authenticity, and your beliefs and your emotions. And make that transition, because there's more fun on the other side. For some of you, I am going to say this, for some of you, it's like coming out, right? It's coming out, and I am LG, I always say it wrong. I am an ally to LGBTQ plus community, but not the P community, because I will never agree with pedophilia. Anyways, but it's like, with this situation, I feel like it plays a bigger role in your life than you realize, first of all. I feel like it plays a bigger role in your life in a way where it's going to be, like, this one connection is altering several connections, and what you're going to realize is that I feel like this connection is going to help alter your other connections.